What's going on, everybody? Mortem here, this time bringing you something a little different with basically my approach to how I 100% games. So one thing I like to do on this channel is review games after I have achieved 100% on them, and a few times people have asked me about how it is I go about doing this. Now, with 34 games that I can publicly prove that I've 100%ed, yeah, there is actually a bit of a cadence to it after a while. So I'm going to go over just kind of some generalities. Obviously, some of this will change, game to game, but overall, there are kind of some broad sweeping things that I do basically when I play these games. So with no further ado, just jumping right into it. First things first, look over the achievement list. So this might seem like a silly thing, but basically, before I even play the game, I'll often look over the achievements. Now, you could argue there might be some spoilers there, but that's mostly story achievements, and more often than not, those are tagged as secret anyway. But the overall idea here is just to get a general gist of some of the things you need to do. Now, you don't need to memorize this by any means, but if you want to take a picture or something and keep it on your phone while you're playing the game, by all means. The idea is really just to familiarize yourself with what some of the game plans on asking you to do. Now, next up is difficulty. So, some games will have achievements for beating games on harder difficulties, some won't. So this is a part of what actually varies quite a bit. But basically, the first time through a game, I will actually usually play it on its lowest difficulty, which might surprise some people. The goal here is less about the difficulty itself and learning the fights. So especially in RPGs and stuff that have set encounters, basically what I'm trying to learn here is what I am up against. I'm also trying to run through, grab all the story achievements, and while we're doing this, we're going to make a crap ton of save files, just tons of them. Basically, every major step that happens, make a save file. Now, some games obviously won't let you make just tons of save files, but most games these days are pretty liberal with the amount of save files you can keep. Now, I'm talking a lot though. Without exaggerating, on any given game, I'll have on average 300 saves. Provided the game allows you to have that many. So once we've ran through the game on whatever difficulty it happens to be, we're going to actually go back through those saves, and this is where we're going to grab all of the branching achievements for different story beats. So, if it's achievement for doing this thing, or achievement for siding with this person instead, we're going to basically save scum our way through those achievements and just see all the different variations. Now, the next step is largely where there's actually, again, more variation here depending on what the game entails. So, some games are going to have achievements that are going to require multiple playthroughs. So if that's the case, I'll usually start increasing the difficulty as I go through the game from here on, depending on how many playthroughs it requires. So if it's just a 2 playthrough game, then I'm actually just going to take it straight to the max difficulty, because now that I know what I'm fighting, really the only thing I need to do here at this point is strategize. However, if the game is going to require more than 2 playthroughs, you might consider actually just incrementally raising the difficulty, which will give you a bit of a learning curve, especially if you're having trouble. Because typically speaking, the last achievements I personally grab are beat the game on its hardest difficulty or beat the game without dying type achievements, as those are usually the most involved, and I tend to benefit the most from having played the rest of the game substantially before even trying to attempt those. So usually those are the last ones I will do. But truthfully, that's pretty much it. That is the broad strokes approach I take to every 100%. Now, going forward, if people show interest, I might, in addition to my reviews after 100%, maybe make a separate video actually breaking down individual achievements for every single, achievement that particular game had or what I had to do for it. I might actually consider doing videos like that. I think that might be interesting, provided, of course, people show interest in it. So if that sounds interesting to you, by all means, leave a comment down below. But I hope you like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz if you did actually enjoy the video. But regardless of any of that, honestly, just thank you so much for watching. I truly do appreciate it. We are growing tremendously every day. We just recently hit 10K subscribers. So honestly, I just can't thank you guys enough. But nonetheless, thank you. May you wander in wisdom and have an amazing day.